Hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today, we have the Majora Mask Randomizer Qualifier number 14, for Season 3. So on commentary, we will have Epic Yoshi and the Fox, and on tracking, we will have Elris and the Fortissimo too. So thanks everyone, and have a great race.
Hello, is anybody else in chat looking forward to Pamela this season? P for Pamela, I guess.
I'm not getting my hopes up for Pamela.
We're 14 in and we still haven't seen Pamela, so odds aren't looking great on S3 for Pamela ever being a thing.
It's rare for a reason. But it would be very obvious if Pamela's required. It would be like fairly more obvious.
Yeah, you'd see all of your Icana items early, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine first bottleneck Pamela. Jesus. Have we seen the ledge item on anybody's? I've only seen file select. And apparently not looking at MPGB at all.
I haven't been looking. So this is Qualifier 14. There are 2 more remaining after this. The next one is at 6 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and the last one is at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.
So if you're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed for this one, you can get in on Saturday, just a little earlier. I'm far more awake than I really should be at 4 a.m., but I'm ready. We got a handful of groggy racers today, still got 5 to ready up, so how do we kill time? How do we entertain the chat while we're going to be
Let's
waiting?
just speculate what could be required. Like, what else could be fun? So, there is a chance that there's like a small chance that Deku Mask can be locked behind the very first test in Inverted Stone Tower Temple in any given seed.
Okay. And we saw on one qualifier on the uninverted side for a Deku Mask, and that was fun.
And people think bean chests are a meme for a Deku Mask. I think that's even funnier.
Yeah, I mean, all bad spots for Deku are funny, and Deku has a handful of them. You don't need Deku for a whole lot in this game.
You sure don't.
But you do definitely need it.
You know, the
Going
hero
back.
for a bottle and stone tower for 1 bottle of eggs. Yeah, see, I think that is just way too unlikely to ever happen. Ever.
That would be so painful, and like everything is locked behind Great Bay. All the other 5 bottles are locked behind Great Bay Temple somehow.
Most likely be like Snowhead Temple or something, or maybe there's just like 3 bottle lock bottles too. Like you get the trifecta of 1 on Kume, 1 on Labfish, 1 on Hero, which is still like just so unlikely.
Yeah, we haven't seen much love for Shiro either. Have we seen a single scene with Shiro? I can barely recall anything where healing was required.
I can't really recall either.
Letter to Mama and Letter to Cafe that are the real juggernauts this season. And perhaps others
They
I'm
sure
forgetting.
are.
And Midnight Meeting.
One person, then we'll begin.
And they're a person to look out for, and we won't go any further than that. Just the race room is interesting for anybody interested.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. And I will contain that excitement beyond this point. No races ever start on time. That is a rule of racing. For technical issues, for any other number of issues, it never happens. But also 4 a.m. West. Well, I guess East Coast people, it's not that bad. It's like a reasonable person waking up a little early. But my brain's just like 7 a.m. is when I'm going to bed. Most of the time. Goron on Butler. Zora on Goron race. Deku on Curiosity Man 2. Great fun.
Alright, looks like we're getting started real quick.
Qualifiers, that's my call.
Horse would be fire arrows. Fire arrows are very problematic this season.
So true. The other classic I've seen is Fire Arrows on Twin Mold. You know what? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going with Twin Mold Fire Arrows.
Well, looks like a lot of our runners aren't interested except one person who probably didn't peek it. Okay, that's why it's bomb juice.
Bebe taking the scenic route, giving Happy Mask Salesman a hello. Red potion without the bottle on the North Clockdown tree. That'll be a convenient way to get red potion this seed.
Yeah, that's a respawning red potion. So if you don't want to spend the rupees, and we've got a free bow on Tingle. We got some hints. Mountain Smithy Day 2 is Gibdo. East Clottown
spooky.
Loft. Grand Sister said Postman Freedom is a silver rupee. That's both our sometimes hints already. So that's a spooky hint to get Mountain Smithy to Gibdo. That doesn't tell because it's a sometimes hint, we can't tell whether or not Gibdo is necessary. Boat archery is the notebook. And it also means that Gibdo's locked behind, either lens or fire arrows.
Ooh. Who was our roller today? I think it was Dodo.
Yeah, I think Dodo did roll it. And got it. Well, there's probably our wall. That's a captain's hat in the East Clottown chest. So that's a very that's a typical S3 beginning where you just get captain's hat right away and you're unhappy.
Which is a stark difference from S2, where captain's hat would often be very late.
Road to Southern Swamp is our next way of the hero. Zora Cape is also where to go. I'm not particularly fond of these wasps. Feels like we just are gonna do a lot more overworld and fewer fewer dungeon diving. Great Bay Temple is foolish.
East Clockdown, Road to Southern Swamp, and Cape as our Wath, and GBT as our only found foolish.
We're gonna have to pay attention to the Boss Blue Warp song because it's a Great Bay Temple foolish. Because if that's something special, and it's not New Wave, or Storms, we can't really say much. We can, infer stuff, or if there's a post-dungeon check involved, then there's another thing that we'll have to remark.
The implications will definitely be your duty, because they're above me.
Yep, I could definitely do that.
I'm definitely hoping that you don't see Storms as the Oath song.
I'm hoping that too. That'd probably be pretty bad, all things considered.
Yeah, it would honestly be so much worse.
While we get, while we keep hearing a girl laugh at the fact that Pineapple has crit wiggle, our Marco is currently doing bombers. I'm not gonna go for town archery just yet. I was doing the peak. Didn't realize this is a big chest. Because one thing about this game is that it is not really pleasant if you are on low health, because moving around, you've got this thing called the crit wiggle, which literally messes up your camera.
I'm shocked that we've let it stay on this long in competitive settings. Rando absolutely gives you the ability to not have crit wiggle. But I guess people want to punish being bad.
Yes, Pineapple goes for bow strats when you've got, Alright, we found Garo in the sword school. That means that Deku Palace is foolish except for the song. That's a nice hint.
I'd have to agree.
Well, there's a second red potion. Yes, that includes Butler. Butler is not anything.
Butler can't be hinted as required? As it isn't an always hint and
It still can be
doesn't separate
hinted,
itself?
but it's gonna be dead. It's gonna be nothing important at all.
Okay. I must be conflating Ocarina of Time functioning. That probably does make more sense in our system.
The important thing to note is we don't know whether or not Boss Blue Warp is foolish yet. If Song of Storms is in Palace, that would really mean just take a look and see what you find on the Great Bay Coast Ledge. Because if it's literally for storms, then there's like don't try to think that's just a wall of storms. It could just be locking something like a bottle. It's not guaranteed that storms would be Way of the Hero or something, given that hint. The answer for this is most likely it's the song layout, or there's a post-dungeon check involvement. Mostly meaning that it's either Fire Arrows, Ice Arrow, or Zora late behind something for that. Or there's just storms are healing on the Blue Orb and then we don't care.
That's what the runners are hoping for sure.
If you're fond, if you have a decent understanding of the logic, you hope for the opposite, I'd say. Because if you do get the case where you get a a dungeon song in particular. Or even funnier, you could get Oath. You could get Oath, and that means that there's a post-dungeon check involved. Like those would tell you where you should go to look.
I definitely don't understand how the oath case works. Would you agree it's the most complicated case of all of them, or no?
I honestly do think it is.
Okay.
So
Then I'm
I
not going
don't.
to feel so bad about not getting oath case.
Yeah,
Reading is hard. Yep. Not logic reading, just reading.
However, if we do see 2 dungeon foolishes, then it's most likely like Healing or Storms.
I feel like I'm with you in following that bit of reasoning.
Yeah, this Great Bay Temple Foolish, really, you just gotta look at the context of a given seed. If you get Lullaby on the Warp, that's an eyebrow raiser.
Yep.
So, like, just think about the ones that raise your eyebrows with the Blue Warp song.
Walk us through what that means when we see Lullaby.
Okay. So, our runners aren't going to immediately rush Road to Southern Swamp. Like, there's only one check in Logic, and there's still a lot of places to check for items. Or we're just gonna be in pain because our progression at least there's a Great Fairy Sword in Termina Field, so Graveyard's not gonna be terrible. But like this could be Ballneck into Graveyard, which would suck, and everybody would not be happy. It's generally like, if you get an instant Ballneck into Graveyard, I think it generally is kind of poopy.
That said, they are well equipped for it, including the double defense and the Great Fairy Sword you mentioned.
Probably good to scout out for a bomb bag if possible. Really don't want to orphan the bomb checks in Graveyard if you do. Like, you want to really look out for items first before you start looking for songs.
One thing I do like about S3 having the chest size match content is the fact that you're not going to necessarily orphan out the Kita check. Like, if you see a gold chest there, you just know to return there. You're not asking, should I return there?
We have no swamp spiders today. We see what was in the tree.
I think it was a piece of heart, but I'm never good at actually seeing what's in that tree.
Unless it's most likely not for the tingle, and it's for swamp archery. If it is tingle, then that means north access is blocked behind Road to Southern Swamp tingle. That's the only way that can be WAF. Of which we do not currently have any logical projectile. But with the bow, it's gonna be a lot more straightforward to do more things. Nice vanilla wallet. Thanks, game. Thanks for the vanilla wallet.
Oh. Honestly, in these settings, you kind of like to see an early wallet. And you're going to see Bank 1 done fairly early most of the time.
Yeah, you really should do that early, yeah. And that 2 runners getting that wallet, that's really nice. Hopefully, everybody's aware of the fact that you've got Great Fairy Sword immediately, and you can use that for the P-Hat, and it takes 2 jump slashes.
That few? I don't get the opportunity enough to know it.
If anybody's curious, the P-Hat actually has 15 hit points. and so using like anything else but the Great Fairy Sword takes more than 2 hits.
Implying that the Great Fairy Sword would be dealing 4 base damage.
Yes.
And 8 on a jump attack. Which is how I remember it. Very nice swamp archery from Pineapple. I was going to cry if that was a bow.
Okay, the map is Way of the Hero, meaning whatever's on the map item, it locks our north axis today. So, our runners better keep that in mind, depending on what we have here.
Let it be magic.
It does not need to be bombs or Goron.
Fires or magic also counts.
No, just in general, it does not need to be bombs or Goron. And Pineapple is not checking the tingle. That is a choice, but I really don't understand.
And we saw that Swamp Tingle was nothing of interest, so it's the Mountain Tingle there, right?
It's the Snowhead map purchase, and that locks north axis today. That's the Way of the Hero. Because all of our tingles are multi-location. The only possible way that is Way of the Hero is if it locks north axis today. So if that does mean if that is Goron, then Goron locks all bomb bags. So if we want to find a bomb bag, then you have to keep that in mind. Nice incarnation screech from the old woman. That was great to hear.
This is like 3 steps of reverse induction logic, and I can't stand for it.
If it's hookshot, then I have some questions.
Oh god.
Which would mean it probably be our cape waft then? Well, we'll see. So, alright, Marco's gonna check. Whatever's here is blocking... if it's a bomb bag, it's locking Goron. It's the couples mask. Of course it is. Of course it's the couples mask. That's very on brand for S3. Nice.
Now we're
So
actually on like 4 steps of this process.
Thankfully, you can check that right away. Marco's got like the exact right in-game time for it.
Literally, the office opened 15 minutes ago. Perfect timing.
I should also note that we still currently do not have a logical projectile. Our bow that we found was on North Clocktown Tingle, and therefore out of logic. There's a copy of the Swamp Spider House hint.
This is our first time seeing town archery?
We got a big chest in the Mystery Woods. There's Ice Arrow. Okay.
Imagine Couples Mask actually does give hookshot. We have the means for, well, not necessarily the song means, but Pamela could be an option for those bombs or Goron or whatever North Access logic is telling us about.
In terms of item locations, we have the Great Bay Coast, the Great Bay Coast Grotto, Staff Room, and Graveyard, which kind of sucks, and it's most likely not a bow. So in the vanilla game, we got a question for who's Pamela. Pamela's a little girl in Iconic Canyon, and her father was cursed, and if you play the Song of Healing to her father in the vanilla game, you acquire the Gibdo mask, which is necessary in the vanilla game to complete. In context of Randomizer, it is very unlikely to be required because you need Song of Storms as well as Song of Healing. And it's a blast mask. So, hooray! We, this is lovely right here.
Does that imply anything about the position of Goron Mask?
Yep, it's behind it. Locked behind it. Guaranteed.
Okay. Do we want to see people go to the grave or Zora Cape?
I'd say go Graveyard now with the blast mask. You can pretty much do everything except Kita. You're still missing a Dampe hint. You know Gorn can't be on Dampe now.
What?
Yeah, Blast Mass
Oh, okay.
being Woth can lead to some interesting situations. If we want this to be a little worse, or rather a little funny, or rather our runners would absolutely hate this. Our Cape Woth is a bomb bag. That would be the nastiest thing to find at this point in your Cape.
How does that work with the rest of this scenario?
If we find a Woth bomb bag, that means mirror shield chest from the front is required. I'm just memeing here, by the way. Just like I've had that happen once, but that it'd just be really ridiculous if that were to occur.
How do you even put these things together in your mind? I don't understand.
Well, that case, I've actually had it happen. So it's like, it's very rare, but it would be very bad if that were to be the case.
So what we're hearing is the key to being good at Randomizer is being tortured and having post-traumatic stress disorder, as Fox clearly has. You've seen too many scenes.
Well, I play a lot of
Randomizer. Could
Randomizer.
possibly happen before it happens.
The other thing is, like, if you like play with song say on, you get a higher likelihood of just bad situations occurring.
I believe that. Keeping the songs where they are absolutely gives us a lot of structure, even if we do have to oftentimes struggle through eggs.
I actually had a really... Okay, yeah, it's probably Healing or Storms. That's Snow at Temple Foolish.
Oh.
Either that or Fires or somewhere really silly. I really don't like Double Dungeon Foolish. We might not even have anything in dungeons, but it really just depends.
Stone Tower Temple loaded? Question mark? Just all of the progress in there? We haven't seen any transformation mask yet in this. My goodness. It's still, those are not going to be very likely candidates for Stone Tower Temple. Like, not all of them at least. We have to see at least Goron or Zora first.
We're seeing the bats now. And I guess the other check we have is Bank 2 in Logic.
Oh, the nice forward back walk from Baby's side.
Right, so, depending on the songs from here. Yeah, it's this song is really only relevant if it's healing, if it wants to open anything up.
Yeah, since we have collective knowledge of the fact that we are almost bottlenecked, we can fairly safely say it's probably going to be healing. We haven't confirmed that we're bottlenecked yet, but we're so very close.
I think we're getting to the point of being bottlenecked. There's a big chest in the ranch. It's a heart container.
Thanks.
We got new wave. That means it's bank 2 or staff room.
Soon enough. We'll see the staff room, I'm sure. Probably, possibly right now on Baby's End.
So we have a not required wallet. So that, if anybody pays attention, we already found a wallet. That means that we do not need that other wallet on Butler. And yeah, that also means that Bank 3 and the all-night mass purchase are dead by proxy. So in this situation, if you don't even need to go check it. All right, we're seeing staff room.
Not required wallet may be my favorite item of Season 3. And it's popular.
Alright, this is probably it.
Undetermined. Lots of fetch questing today.
My goodness. It's the two masks that... So, Couples Mask and Camaro Mask are the two masks that are more likely to have things in this season. Oh my god.
Oh, their odds went up specifically?
Yes,
for
their
Zelda?
odds went up. And they're both looking to be required.
The 12-14 gets to be the statistical inevitability seed.
Definitely looking like it.
How long did Randombot take on this? Let me have a peek-see.
We
3
found Camaro
minutes and
Mask
41
in
seconds.
staff room. Which, to be fair, I really think that's our progression right there. Our logical progression. Meaning it's either Zora or Hookshot at this point. It could be Deku, which would mean we'd still need to do... We would have to do Deku Playground or Transformation Fairy. But it can't be Goron. But it's probably we're getting Zora first. I'd have to say.
Oh no. Baby is swimming over to Zora Hall without even side swimming.
Or no,
Hello,
there's our wall.
Zora.
Zora's in the... Okay. Then I think it has to be Hookshot. There's... Unless there's like another bow or something, which would kind of be trolly. If there's just another bow.
And to be clear, we're asking what's behind Camaro's mask, yes?
Yes.
Hookshot probably behind Camaro. That is what has been claimed by the almighty logic god.
Yeah, we found all of our wasps in 35 minutes. I hope our runners are happy.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, yes, correct. That means Goron can be Zorlocked. Meaning, check that Terma Field underwater chest that you just saw coming in.
I think that I saw it get peaked as a wooden chest by somebody.
I think somebody's. I'm pretty sure Chad said it was a big chest.
Don't know if we've seen another Dape, but Dape dead. So our last hint to see is Ocean Skulls, unless there was somewhere.
We've got an out of logic bottle. Marco, you can't. That's. I'm pretty sure is that even allowed right there. That method. I'm not sure.
That depends what it was. It was just like a really janky Zora jump thing, right?
I'm-
Sort of like what you would do in Iconic Castle.
Yep, there's Hookshot.
So now we've exhausted everything that the logic has told us.
Mm-hmm.
Because with seeing 2 dungeons dead, we've confirmed that Blue Warp Song is going to have nothing.
Unless if it's Woodfall for Elegy or something, then yes. Better yet, we've got 40-minute gossips if anybody wants to have some fun.
Ooh.
Or rather, in particular, we've got 40-minute blue everything.
Beavers and logic. Woo. I don't think for any individual runner that's true, though. Ooh.
And a keg.
Keg on the ledge. That was in addition to the Zora found in the grotto, we're correct?
Yes.
Marco really let that hammer, whatever, the axe right into Link's head.
Right.
Bomb lock, bomb bag, woo.
Of course. Okay. Yeah, the ball wasn't Hall. Like, you can get that ball out of logic. Yeah, this is probably looking like the seed I disliked the most in F3, where it's like, you get you have chest fairies on for S3, and then you get nothing in dungeons at all, and it's just terrible, and I hate it. So I hope our runners will be okay with this. I would probably hate to play any moment in this scene right here.
At least your options for dungeons having something is Woodfall and Stone Tower.
Yeah, which ain't looking great.
We're elegy away from Stone Tower being accessible at least.
Elegy and magic.
I never remember magic exists. It just haphazardly shows up while I'm playing. I'm like, cool. And then I don't get it.
Where's
I'm
our
like,
only
what do I do
bottle
with it?
out of logic in Zora Hall?
Oh yeah, what is our logical projectile? Is it Zora?
It was Hookshot.
I guess that is pretty logical, huh?
The bow was on North Clock Town Tingle. That's a small chest right there. That's letter to cafe. Nice. Okay. That's a decent time for baby to turn that in. So the bottle is on, like, we got a question about how is the bottle still out of logic? It's on the ledge in Lulu's room, and that is not in logic unless if we have the mountain title deed, Goron, and Deku. So, yeah, that needs a lot of stuff.
It does. Hopefully we find other bottles.
Hopefully, yeah. I think baby's position is probably not the best right here. The copy of the GBT Foolish. Like, you don't get Blast Match with a hero super often, so it's... I'm not sure if... Was Baby the one who skipped the tingle, or did somebody else skip the tingle?
Maybe it doesn't have a bow, so at least one of them.
Oh.
MPGB also doesn't have bow.
Yeah, so this is why you do the tingle jump slash. Why everybody does the tingle jump slash, because sometimes you just get something like a bow.
And sequence breaking is useful if you know how to read logic. It's very dangerous if you don't. It's not recommended if you don't follow logic well.
Yeah, I would not recommend it if you're having trouble following logic. Oh, all right then. That's an all-night mass. It can't lead to that much stuff given our information. Yeah, Postman minigame is another that at the
The Postman game, I sequence break that for very different reasons of just like, it's so rare that you're able to do it, and I just want it done. To not have to try to remember to route in later. It's hard to get to first night. You do have the opportunity to do Postman game on second night if you've delivered the letter to Cafe, though, which is a little bit of an obscure timing thing.
yes. I play all Sanity, and it's like the check I hate the most in all Sanity. Oh, that's a small gilded chest. And it's melt. Okay, so it's not particularly relevant. And yes, it is out of logic without the bunny hood for you to do the postman minigame.
Hey, we never did say that, huh? It's out of logic. Just know that. It never becomes in logic at any point.
I think Marco missed the grotto. Yeah, we're seeing pretty early gossip, so completely unhinted.
It's interesting to do this when you don't have Goron. I always wait to have Goron just because traveling around Termina Field is a little yikes.
Unfortunately, no payout for gossips. Oh, back walking into the Piat Grotto and visibly not happy to hit the Piat Grotto. Back walking.
That initially looked so intentional and smooth, and then it's just like, oh, I didn't want to be there. And I guess if I thought about it, like it's nighttime, that can't have been intentional.
So we have more sometimes hints. So yeah, gossip's hint is not too common. Generally, like just because there are only two sometimes hints that can be available in a given scene, and there are a bunch of a bunch of hints, then
The number I heard recently was 13, but I don't think I have 13 slots on my notes, so. I see 12. I'm probably missing one, though. Yeah, left
Oh gosh.
isn't in this set, so it is 13.
Gosh, if you follow logic and then get the bow, this timing is like really bad. Like it's really crappy. I like you get it at night 1 or night 2, and then the bow's on at daytime. It's not great. I'm not sure if Marco has seen the hint, but I think it was in Ranch.
Which hint?
The butler hint. Because once you
Oh,
see
I
that
don't remember
butler
what
hint,
those
you
were.
gotta know that Bank 3's dead. We got 20% interest on Bank 2.
The brain was struggling to do that simple math. Just divide by 5, easy forehead. I do find it a little interesting that we still have Ocean Skullhouse unhinted. And all of the items required to check... never mind. I was thinking the chest, but we don't have all of the items for doing the actual Ocean Spider House. Still need fire arrows for that.
Also, we should add to the WAF for East Cloud Town the blast mask. If it hasn't been added yet. Because that's a WAF blast mask on the mare. I want to see someone go north, considering the fact that Goron has to be explosive locked.
And that fact comes from heading north logic. But it's not necessarily going to be locked to the north, right? Or is it?
Not necessarily.
Okay, good.
Okay, transformation fairy. It's the purple rupee, alright.
Cape does also have king, which could reasonably be considered WAF.
Probably.
If only for pointing to a useful song. Probably not to a useful item, but...
Oh, that's just lovely right there. We got a bottle there.
Oh, was that from Marco?
Yeah, on the Ocean Spider House reward, there's a bottle. We still have no logical bottles, everybody.
Was it a not required, I guess?
Well, Emily, if it was a required ball, that would be a eyebrow raiser. But it's not required because it's not the only bottle.
Jade.
Like if we saw a required bottle, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because just so everybody's aware, just is clear about how required hints are. Required means it's way of the hero. That's effectively what it means.
But not required doesn't mean foolish.
Yes.
which is infuriating to anybody looking at this for the first time. But probably the easiest example is the fact that we have a not required wallet, and that can still have wallet locked checks have things.
Unfortunately, yeah, not checking Zelda. There is a there actually is a trick to. Well, okay. There's a nice lens and magic in here. It means that that specific one is not required. So, okay. This is getting...
And I guess to finish the wallet example, all of your all of your Giant's wallet stuff would be not required. It's just the single wallet that is not necessarily proven to be not required.
So regarding the well, Goron could only be in the well if we find fire arrows and gold dust.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, why doesn't the lens help us get hot spring water? But kind of need Goron for that.
Sure do.
Yeah, if you somehow saw two separate wallets that were considered not required, one of them could still be required. Oh, true. We are seeing the letter to cafe. What do you got for us, buddy? There's that gold dust we were talking about.
Right.
Give us them fire arrows, baby.
So, for everybody here, if we find fire arrows now, that does mean two things. One, it's guaranteed healing or storms on the warp. And two, that means that the well is in play.
I would say if we see the fire arrows here behind the other part of Letter to Cafe, it's kind of even worse than the gold dust. Because you have to come back and deliver your Letter to Cafe again to get your Gibdo mask.
Fire arrows could be behind... Nah, it's not behind a dungeon at all. Yeah, Stone Tower Temple Clear doesn't open checks. Alright, so
Although
we found a logical
realistically-
bottle.
Which one was our logical bottle? I didn't see it.
Gold dust.
Oh. I didn't process it as a bottle yet. Give me another 4 minutes, I'll realize we have a bottle.
Did Pineapple not do staff room? He doesn't have Camaro marked on his tracker, which is bad.
How did they end their cycle? Did they find some kind of key item and rush out, I guess?
Alright, so what does chat want to see? Do you want to see, Guan, or do you want to see, fire arrows for maximum discomfort right now? Because if we get fire arrows, that is scary.
I like scary.
Well, there's another ball. Okay.
Now the bottles are opening up to us. We had to become the bottles' friends before they'd open up to us.
If we get fire arrows, it's healing or storms guaranteed on the warp. Unless... No, it's just healing or storms guaranteed on the warp because we almost can clear Great Bay Temple.
There is definitely good reason for Oath to not be findable on Blue Warp at this point.
Yes. Like, unless if it's like elegy for fire arrows on Stone Tower Temple, then like we can't really have much, but it really depends on where fire arrows are right now. Yeah, Pineapple didn't do staff room. That's just really unfortunate, but you really should not skip a check like that.
Staff room is probably one of the ultimate punishers. for not
Yeah,
knowing, and generally pick up on that pretty quick.
yeah. Like the first time you miss staff room, you really should be aware of that fact and just not do it again, because like once you know it, then it's fine.
Pineapple perhaps simply got lucky in the quotation mark sense of just not having seeds so far have anything on it.
For checks, we're missing beavers and PFI and then we have eggs now. Eggs is in logic.
Have we seen Pohut?
We have not seen Pohut. I think that's where Marco's going.
It looks like we're about to.
Oh, there's Kurame. The Ocean Spider House chest is in logic. The other things are not. And let's be real, eggs is probably required, but I don't think it's gonna be progression.
Probably not.
Like, I guess the only way it could be progression is if it's healing. At this point. I guess it could be elegy. That without mirror light, that'd be kind of
Uh,
not great.
that's what the audience wants, but not what you want as a runner.
Oh, and there's that all night mask.
Ooh, we haven't seen anybody turn that in, huh?
Oh, somebody did check all night mask.
Surely somebody's done it in, darling, right? Fire beavers, yep. That's what we want. We want beavers in control of the fire. They dammed up our lakes. Now they're going to use fire arrows to annihilate our entire society.
Yeah, we saw the transformation, Great Fairy. The fish giving us a heart piece, or rather, normally gives us a heart piece, gives us a huge rupee that we do not need.
Yeah, there really isn't much for purchases left, huh?
Mm-hmm. Right,
We could still
Pineapple's
see
gonna get
the
hookshot
milk
now.
bar.
Oh, I guess that check this ledges in logic. There was a bean somewhere, right? I guess it's not relevant. I'm sorry, you were saying? I totally...
I lost it. I was saying nothing.
Okay. I think the best, or rather the worst part about this is that Draco can kind of just be anywhere. I don't
Yeah, at
think
this point it
Draco's
really
got really
can.
gonna have much bearing on the progression. This can be late.
We still really do have so much to find.
Mm-hmm.
And so much to explore. Being just over an hour in, that does kind of make sense. We get to see Zoe Grotto. I don't know if this is for the first time or not, but
I think Marco did check it because Marco didn't have rupees for the lens. Marco either mispeeped the pillar or didn't check it. That could be a little bit of a problem. Because if the gold dust, like, if we find fire arrows, that means that we have gold dust available. Like, we have the gold dust turn-in available.
and once we can do gold dust, we can get Gypto Mask.
Indeed. regardless, we have a big chest here in the tank. We're looking for something. Oh, well, never mind. There's Deku right there.
Let's go. Still don't have dungeon access with it, but we do have the capability to finish Great Bay Temple, though. It won't really net us anything, and it is illogical to beat it without fire arrows. But it will give us knowledge on what's on Oath, and that's probably helpful.
Another big chest. Oh, that's pretty convenient right there.
True. Take a picture of the pirate right now and just do seahorses. You're not going to get the sometimes hint, so may as well.
Oh, that's... If we find fire arrows, that's gonna make it worse. Oh, no.
Fire arrows on seahorses? Yeah.
No, if we find fire arrows at all soon, that's gonna make it worse for the well play, because that Deku puts the entirety of the well in logic once we find those fire arrows. That's rather spooky.
How does Deku affect the well at all?
For forward well progress.
Because of beans?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. I guess that makes sense. Every bean is Deku locked, I guess, is why.
Marco's probably okay. Just the only, like, you're doing eggs, like, you're pretty certain that eggs are gonna be required in this situation, so, I don't see anything wrong with bailing early and then just continuing to do eggs in a little bit. So, if anybody doesn't recall about the well and doing forward well, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because we are just a fire away from it being in, like, a possibility for us to do. You need 5 beans for the Gibdo to do the right side of the well from the front.
Okay,
And a
now that's
single
making
bean's
sense to
not
me.
going to cut it.
Yeah, you're not going to naturally come across 5 beans from random item placement. So you need a replenishable way, which would be Deku's your only way. Through either getting access logically into Deku Palace or the one at Southern Swamp.
Marco is doing beavers.
I was moments away from asking, why haven't we seen Ranch yet? Very important. Goron mask missing from the equation.
So chat, I gotta ask you, where do you all want Goron Mask to be?
We're not still saying that Goron mask has to be bomb locked, right?
Yes, it does.
It still does, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we've found items that are bomb locked.
Yeah, so Deku, Zora are both bomb locked. And Goron will also need to be there, so behind any of the bomb lock checks are in play. And magic is also bomb locked, so there's pretty much like the upright kana is completely locked behind that blast mask. So yeah, just like keeping things in mind of where you can go behind this blast mask to find your Goron is really relevant, and because Goron really is the item you really want to get. This Goron's looking to be somewhere rude, I think, considering how we haven't seen it yet.
And it's not in Temple, but it could be behind Temple. If we ever found access to do a dungeon, logically.
Yes. Nope, no beavers. Mosquito chest gilded. I don't
do
have
think
the
so.
answer to that.
Beaver's Rip.
There's got another person getting a gold dust bottle. I understand the eggs play. You've got such a high chance of eggs being required in this situation that I don't see why you'd skip it.
Higgs could have Sonata, and then that would be very, very well behind our bomb lock in Goron thing.
We've got the cake doesn't even need to be where the hero since you found Zora already. It's more, and with the blue warp being most likely dead, you don't have to really think about it, skipping eggs here. I think it's just a better play than not. The question was, does Ocean's Go to a House reward logically require Goron? So we have a trick that enables us to get outside of the Ocean Skulltula house to get the item. And so that trick allows us to not have to deal with any of that. So if you're looking for time gain, the only like 2 ball eggs is decent enough and will do the job for you. And it means 2 trips to Pirate's Fortress. And if you want to go to Pirate's Fortress to look for shacks anyway, you probably should just commit to 2 or 3 ball. And like 3 bottle really just speeds up Pinnacle Rock, and that's it. Just no, Great Bay Temple foolish does not mean the egg song is foolish. That would mean Great Bay Coast would be foolish.
Oh my
Marco's having
goodness,
some
Marco getting bullied.
So yeah, we have Great Bay Temple Foolish. So we've got Great Bay Temple Foolish, No Head Temple Foolish, and Deku Palace Foolish minus the song. And looks that Marco's taking the picture now. That's a bad picture. Got a big chest in here as well. And it's our lovely friend. I'm just gonna call that 10 bomb chew chest our lovely friend and not grumble about seeing the 10 bomb chew chest again.
I don't even have the inclination to grumble. I love bomb chews.
So, Oath can never be foolish. It's going to be either in like Deku Palace, which I think is honestly a fair possibility. And it can't be on a foolish check if possible. And it's fairly likely that we just straight up need to do like our song checks here and everything. Oh, the oath check. Oh yeah, I think that has a very good chance of being foolish. I apologize. I just misunderstood what you said. PPB getting the letter to the cafe. Yeah. I am thinking eggs is gonna be something relevant. Elegy is like not good to find here because that opens one item. That opens one chest, and it's not gonna do much else. It opens Stone Tower Temple, but currently with our items, we only have one. We would only have one chest available.
Yeah, right side would be locked by light arrows, left side would be locked by Goron.
Yeah, if we find fire arrows, Fisherman game is available.
But if we find fire arrows, we're saying hello to the well.
We sure are. Because if we find fire arrows, the well's more likely. Oh, Marco's doing this. I don't agree with this routing for Pinnacle Rock. You should not do that one first if you're doing Tube Bottle with seahorses. What? Because once you do seahorses, all the eels are gone.
Oh. Did he leave without killing all the eels?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a quirk to MM. If you don't kill every eel and you leave, they're all back.
Yeah.
It doesn't remember which eels you've killed. That would require more memory that we don't have. We probably have enough memory to spare that, but we didn't.
Now, if you want spooky sounds, hear the pirate noises that we just heard. That's not great to hear. Oh my gosh, call Professor Fox.
Your real life is coming into your fake life.
The funny thing is, I am literally in grad school doing in a PhD program for physics, so that's also a thing about me.
My inference was correct. You never even told me, but I knew.
Like, even though I talk about logic, when I play, I just laugh at the most ridiculous stuff. Because the most, I had the most ridiculous all sanity hint, and I posted it in the Discord if anybody wants to check that hint out.
Where are we looking?
In the play-by-plays. So we'll see if there's anything in Pinnacle Rock here.
Jesus.
So the hint was a frog choir. The frog choir had a required ocean skull token. It was lovely, and our
38 minutes
required
in.
yeah our required hints. If you get like a required token, that means you need all of them. If they're shuffled around, it's oh my gosh. Well, we found Goron.
Crown Goron, my favorite. I love that paradox so much. Whenever Goron is found underwater, the poor guy can't escape.
So yeah, that's honestly a very convenient Picto box location for Goron. As long as you do seahorses and don't try to skip it, you're okay in this seed.
Yeah, honestly, that's the best situation for seahorses you're ever gonna get.
And I've had, like, this week I had the exact opposite, where the dungeon at GBT, the heart container had the freaking Picto box, and seahorses was required. It was great. It was like the absolute worst location to have the Picto box.
Yeah, because once Georg is beat, there's no more seahorses, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no more. Like, you can't actually get the seahorse, is the thing.
Right, because the fisherman's outside, yeah.
And
That's
Oath.
the issue.
Right, Oath on eggs. Oath's, like, very commonly on eggs. It seems fairly likely. I guess another thing to mention is if we don't. Well, now I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We're gonna have to pay attention to the item layout from this point. And the song layout. Because we can't beat any dungeons yet, unless if we get Sonata, at least in logic.
We do get 2 more song chances with the new Goron mask, at least. One of them's gotta give us a clear.
Yeah, we do have 3 more chances.
I guess Oath also could open up a dungeon. Oh, have we not seen Deku Palace song? I guess not.
Yeah, we haven't yet. Yeah, so this song isn't foolish. It could be important. We'll see what it is. Just a note, Goron does open the well, but we have a lot more to do now that we do have Goron.
We do have better options this way.
Yes, we do.
Fire arrows at least is helping you clear the well a little better.
I guess we
Although it
have
doesn't help
Vanilla
in that
Sonata.
regard. Good.
Oh
Probably gonna be
gosh,
able to find some items.
I don't want fire arrows to be the last item.
I mean, could still be lighter mirror first.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so since we have Vanilla Sonata, we kind of need to pay attention to the Blue Warp song now. Because it can be something else. Doesn't have to be... It doesn't have to be, like, anything really important. Like, if it's Lullaby, then it's just, like, whatever.
If it's Elegy, we're happy.
If it's Elegy, that's a huge hint. Because that does mean fire arrows are Elegy lots.
Darn it. Thought it meant Stone Tower was foolish.
It does. Yeah, fire arrows are logically required for. Oh. Yeah, it can't be Lullaby, Eris, you're correct. It can't be Lullaby. It's Elegy Healing Restores is what it can be.
And we're probably expecting storms, but it's by no means assured.
Looks that Margot's not even going to hit the owl here.
I'm never coming back. Which is probably true. No, he's gonna hit it just after.
Yeah, the key point is fire arrows have to be like if this song is important, it locks fire arrows. That's basically it.
I feel like I missed a step. Why are we... Why is the Oath song specifically pointing out our fire arrows?
It only does if it's like I'm saying we need to pay attention to it. If it's Elegy, then it does lock fire arrows in Stone Tower Temple somewhere. And correct, we do need fire arrows to finish both Great Bay Temple and Snowhead Temple.
Is it because specifically Snowhead Temple and Great Bay Temple require fire arrows to beat them and they're foolish? Is
Yes.
that's the bit of it, okay. Oh, Eris just pointed that out. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Pineapple skipped seahorses. That is unfortunate. I just realized that's really unfortunate right there. I can get a picto box right in the most convenient location and not send it up. And rip, that's gonna cost you.
It's certainly a gamble, and sometimes it pays off, but I don't think it's worth it. when you get the picto box in such a good situation like that, it's not a worthwhile gamble. Yeah, especially if you've already committed to eggs, and I think, well, it's oath, but it's not progression locked, so you have to do it eventually. But
Okay, that's there. We found lights on there. Is anybody in for some fun? Fun in quotation marks.
so we're hoping for healing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if oh gosh. Um.
I've never once considered long jumping over to that switch. That's so much simpler than anything else I do.
If it's elegy, just go check your other songs and see if you're in go. Like if you're in no mode at this point, because like that's just dead giveaway where fire arrows are. So, yeah. Marco having trouble with the fast strat here.
This fast strat is so deceptively hard. Like, you make one mess up and you don't get it. Which is why I just pull the block and do it the other way.
So the fun thing is that it could totally still be Stone Tower Temple for fire arrows, but like unless if the game somehow gives you vanilla elegy, in which case no. But yeah, well, there's another big chest. We'll see what's here. Okay. Well. Alright, that's lovely. That's not that French vanilla bow actually isn't bow locked. Somehow. Did we find another magic? I don't think so.
I don't see anybody with two. I think everybody would have gotten the one out of Goron shop. Except for one that doesn't have any.
all gilded, and it's a swamp deed. Yeah,
That's the kind of logic I leave to you two experts. You say the bow isn't bow locked, I believe you.
yeah. That bow in Woodfall Temple could have been your first bow. Is like just really what we mean there.
Oh.
You have to do some serious finagling around with not doing the meta strat of doing jump slash single. But it's absolutely possible that somebody could do that.
I'd be the one to do it. I really don't do that jump slash. I know how, I just find it really annoying.
Giant's Mask there too. There's Dola. Alright, game, what we got? It's Elegy. Go check your songs, Marco. See if you're in no mode.
I think
that's
Marco's
a
piecing
giveaway.
it together. There's a lot of gears turning on the face.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. Go check your other song. We're literally just missing Lullaby. Honestly, go check. See if it's vanilla. If it's vanilla, you don't even need the keg.
Don't even need the keg. What?
You don't even need
Oh yeah,
the keg.
because we've grabbed the Deku Palace. Okay.
Alright, do we want to bet where it is in Stone Tower Temple? Because that's a waft. That's effectively a waft right there that we just got. So it has to be in Stone Tower Temple for fire arrows here. Guaranteed.
I guess we wait on the bet until we see what Goron Baby has for us. Ooh.
Storms.
We're hunting that mirror shield, baby.
Potentially. Got Song of Time.
Oh yeah, we don't know yet.
Oh gosh, we might need to. That'd be so bad.
For the longest time, Oath has been in my brain as storms or healing, so my counting is off.
Oh, Margot's just going there. Like, I would do Romani's game first in this instance and probably just check the Swamp Deed just to get it out, just in case you do need Mirror. But I see why you just go here.
You could get lucky and find Mirror Shield on the way, and I guess that might be kind of faster.
Gosh, Pineapple is going to be in an even worse situation. because of the fact that you get lights and elegy in here. Goron's just big chilling on seahorses. If you don't do seahorses, you're pretty much gonna get absolutely bodied in this game. Yeah, pretty much. If you don't do it, it's hard last location. I'm gonna be mean. It's everybody's favorite chest. And it's shown up in a qual already. Oh! No, I should have bet. I should have bet the Goron lock check. Ugh.
Wow. Took me way too long to figure out which one that was. Right before Garo Master.
Yeah, it's that one. Alright, is Marco the uninverted first or inverted first? Okay.
Listen, Stone Tower Temple is a very large dungeon, and for me to find anything, I have to step through each one of the chests, and there's a lot. Bebe made it back. Marco is getting to the bean.
Okay, so we're doing bean checks and what are you doing? Song of timing. Okay.
What? Did he get to see the chests on top first? What happened here?
He beat the chest.
Okay, he did get as far as the chest. It looked like he was at the bottom to me. Definitely you want to check Ranch Song first. There's no way that Stone Tower remembers being flipped after your Song of Time, right?
Right, it's not gonna remember being flipped.
It does if you just beat the dungeon outright, but all other situations. It will put itself back to normal state.
Alright, game, are you gonna be nice or are you gonna be rude? Well, I guess the game still has potential of being rude. Considering like we could get whatever is like just some nonsense in Stone Tower Temple. But if we find Lullaby, then yeah, no mirror today. It's really not a terrible location for Picto for seahorses in this scene. Like, I wouldn't even call that rude. It's literally just on the way. That's Lullaby, that's no mode. So, Fire Arrows and Stone Tower Temple.
Whiz robe, whiz robe, whiz robe.
Okay, he's doing uninverted first, okay. And unfortunately, we saw that the bean chests were already nothing.
That was quick.
It's Compass again!
Again, this has happened in the quals.
No, it's a Compass, like, the Compass chest just likes to have items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Alright, this... Yeah, rip to everybody who skips seahorses.
And rip to everybody who does inverted side first.
Yeah. That's Compass.
I bet there aren't any bets for Compass chest. I like how Marco did that setup entirely based on visual cues. But what is this? Why? Okay, I like this styling.
Yep, this is why foolish hits are extremely powerful. This is the exact reason of it being really powerful.
Foolish hints in this season provide more information than Wath hints do. That's incredibly false, but it's believable based
And to
on
boot, you
human
get the big
emotional
chest.
reaction.
You get a big chest in the Giant Smash chest.
Great for recoil flippers. Those of us who have not moved ahead with the times and learned the left side skip.
Oh no, that's... Gomez is a pain.
At least Marco has double defense, but 3 hearts is kind of rough. This is why you absolutely want to finish Snowhead or Stone Tower Temple first. It is by far going to be your biggest cause of death between Twin Mold and Gomez.
The strat for
I like-
Gomez is just don't get hit.
Yes. I go with the fun strat of jump attack and then roll forward untargeted.
I think 3 hearts Majora with Great Fairy Sword is okay. It's like it's not terrible.
As long as you take your time to snipe out the remains, it's fine.
Yeah, that could be Fierce Duty. I'd open the chest, personally. Alright. Yeah, I guess we're doing GBT.
Just wants to get it out of the way. Well,
Alright,
let's hope we see one of our other runners look at that chest and find FD in there.
Alright, to explain something about Mirror Shield cannot be foolish unless if its lights are fire locked. Because logically, you can get to that chest with the fire arrows with Mirror Shield. So the chance of Mirror Shield being in GBT is like absolutely nothing, unless if it's on Gyurg or in the last chest.
I loosely follow you saying that, but I don't think I'm at a point of understanding where I could piece that together myself in a run.
Yeah, if Mirror Shield was in like GBT, that would make sense. Like, unless if it's fire arrow locked, which would mean that's completely behind light arrows. Which I think it's very likely that it is. But yeah, if Mirror Shield is fire arrow locked, it's absolutely foolish. That's correct. Like
there would be nothing in GBT that is, or maybe the Stray Fairy chest in the last green valve room.
Yeah, the seesaw room chest and
What do you mean in the
Gyurg.
pre-water world? Okay, Gyurg itself. That makes sense.
Not the water wheel room, because that only, like, you start with soaring, so those are in logic without it.
What does soaring have to do with the equation?
What does soaring have to do with the equation? Well, in Qual 12, you actually had fire arrows there, so logic can expect you to do the water wheel room without fire arrows. And it generally means you need Thorn to do that.
Does soaring reset the state of the freeze of those? I don't know what to call them. The seesaws. There we go. I did not know that soaring would reset whether or not a seesaw has been frozen or not.
I don't think the seesaws like Irma stays stuck at all. Like if you just go on Void. Then it's like whatever.
Yeah, I feel like you would have to leave the dungeon first, but I guess soaring ensures that anyways. At very least. Goron Void, I would believe, would also work simply because it's going to like reset the room to the entry state.
Yeah, I think
But I feel like
One
Soren
point, just-
doesn't do that.
It reloads the entire air, like the entirety of Great Bay Temple. So and as long as you just unload and reload the room, it family just starts everything over with the like waterfalls and everything. So I don't think it family matters.
If it fixes it with Goron, I can believe that it fixes it with Soren.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% convinced. I'm like 95% convinced.
Alright, there are your fire arrows, Pineapple. And that's why LOG was on the blue board. And unfortunately, by skipping seahorses, Pineapple is not in go. Just hate to see it. We're probably going to see people finish relatively soon, like this. That hint, if as long as you read the logic and you don't skip seahorses, you kind of just do really well in this qualifier.
Ooh. Looks like Pineapple might be taking the bait train through Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah, that's absolutely going to happen.
Is there an item they're missing, or is it just that they haven't decided to verify whether or not they need mirror?
No, Pineapple doesn't have Goron, so can't check the other songs.
Oh, they're the one that didn't do seahorses. Yep.
Yeah, if Bebe understands the logic decently enough, like you really don't have to, like even if you're not the most astute person with logic, if you see elegy on the warp like that, it's just like that just is an eyebrow raiser, and you're like, why is everything foolish? Oh, that probably means, like, if you just reason it out, it's like, why are Great Bay Temple and Snow Temple foolish when I get elegy off this warp? And then the answer is, oh, that just means Spyros have to be behind that. Like, plain, that's all that there is to it.
There's a certain amount of time where my brain is going to time out, though, and just be like, I'm moving forward without thinking.
Welcome, Silver Gauntlet. Thank you for the raid of 23. We're doing Doors Mask Randomizer, Season 3 Qualifier number 14. We've got 2 left to go after this one. We, on restream point of view, we know where everything is, and our runners will have to, we'll see who all does well from here.
We have it currently that Pineapple is missing their Goron mask, which was on seahorses, and probably won't be going back for that anytime soon. But Marco is in go mode, and I think Bebe and MPGB are probably well enough on their way. Bebe being the closest behind Marco.
Yeah, Bebe is probably gonna do really well.
And since Marco did do beavers, they're the real winner. I haven't been paying explicit attention to it, but Marco's execution is very good. As a seasoned speedrunner.
So Pineapple's doing a route in Stone Tower Temple that I'm really not too fond of. I really don't. I really think you should just go to the back, like early. There's just so many checks in the back if you're looking for items.
What are we calling the back?
Uh,
This feels like the back.
yeah, the path to light arrows, like,
Oh, I see. He did everything beforehand of this.
yes. Yeah, funny, bomb bag. Interesting thing about our Way of the Hero hints, we had a Loth, couple's mask in a location on a tingle, for a blast mask, and that locked everything, locked all of our transformation masks, that locked all of our bomb bags, it locked our magic, so because of where it was, like it was on a road to Feather Swamp Tingle, it had to lock Goron guaranteed, it had to lock magic and fire arrows, all that jazz. Like, it had to just prevent you from being able to go up north in this seed.
Yeah, it is kind of funny how completely skippable the gecko is by, like, the regular means of proceeding through the temple. I guess in vanilla, you would have to come to that room a second time, so. But even to get to the gecko, you're expected to have ice arrows.
Yeah, more small chests in Stone Tower Temple. Got a moon sphere.
We're gonna find all our deed bait, huh?
Wow, we even can move the scrub. That's like, without going, this is like, oh man, that could be some bait right there.
Oh, that'd be fun. I hope we see that happen. If you shuffle things just right, you can buy the biggest bomb bag from the Deku from the Deku that would be at Snowhead. You can buy it from the same Deku, but they're located by the tourist center. Does it cheapen? It changes the price, right? Does it cheapen it to the 10?
I believe. No, it's still 200.
It's still 200. It's just you talk to Deku to get it.
You can talk to the scrub as any form. It just will straight sell it to you as any form. Yeah.
I guess I've never done relocation, so.
I've done in like glitchless 100% speedruns. You actually buy it from the scrub there in the swamp.
Oh.
For a couple reasons, mostly because you have to move the scrubs anyway, and then you do like just like that's what you do. You keep it like on one cycle of like after you do like your first cycle. I think it's like 3.5 hours of another cycle. It's really
That's about right.
because like there's mostly because of our fun pal Harpies, the frog Harpies, the frog choir.
Our good friend, Frog Choir. that racers hate for good reason.
Honestly, I like the frog choir, but I'm not sure
I
how
love the
other
check,
people
but it
how
would
people
be
feel
so
about it.
annoying for racing. Even as an always hint that it would absolutely have. Because it would just always be dead. Until it isn't.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. It just requires so many items.
Ayo.
So wait,
Did that
was
Romany mask
Vermont?
come from Stone Tower?
I guess so. The other case for NPDB is if he skipped, if he beat DBT, he locked himself out of seahorses for this cycle. Oh, it was on Guam Village Ledge. That's not magic plot. That's just the other magic. So never mind. Join. So hello. This is not vanilla bingo. We're doing randomizer. Just beat the game. Not doing a bingo of any kind. So take a lot of the items in the game and shuffle them all around in a way that you can play it from a starting point and complete. And lots of people are racing that, and we're doing a tournament over it.
Yeah, the trackers are on screen just to give anybody popping in a sense of where everybody's at. Marco won't invert. There's no reason to.
He is already invert, I can tell.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needed to. Depends on how confident he is with his execution. I don't think he's that super confident about it. Because you can do
by,
both.
4 hours, it'll be he could have, right?
Yes.
Go mode Snowhead Temple is very fast.
Check your songs just to see if you're in no mode right here. Now, this is a fast seed if you do seahorses and yeah, this is really just a fast seed if you do seahorses.
Yep.
Okay. That's another bottle. Sure.
Hey, we're gonna get to see Wizrobe chests. Possibly 2 simultaneous Wizrobe fights, but I think... Oh, wait. I got confused about which way Pineapple turned. Never mind. We will not see simultaneous fights. The bad bats are absolutely bullying Pineapple right now, but there we go. Gomez is dead.
I guess, like, in the context of foolishness, if we want to talk a little bit more about them, they've really been buffed since season 2. Because season 2, you really got, like, the smallest locations, like, of foolish most of the time, and then they changed how it's been changed how, like, depending on how many items the location has, if they're like if they're all dead, like a place that has more items is more likely to be hinted foolish now, which is why you're more likely to see Stone Tower Temple foolish in a given seed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we always see a foolish temple of some sort. Or what?
And this is why we got the foolish temples this seed, because, like, they've got nothing in them, like nothing necessary, so it kind of just means that they like pretty much that, like, because of how many items they had, they were just picked just by the way of how everything's set up.
Random chance, but not so random. It is still random, but it's very influenced random. When you have priority ordering like that in play.
That the last bomb bag? I think that was the last bomb bag.
If there was a new one, it was the last one. Yeah, so it's 4:30, so Marco definitely had time. Or 1:30, depending which way you count. Marco could get sniped, but looking good that they're going to win the whole race. How many do we have in this today? Oh, not over there. 12 people, and nobody's forfeit yet. Because aside from Seahorse, there's not too much objectionable about this one. And Seahorse isn't that objectionable.
Like, I understand not liking the check, it's just super convenient in this instance.
Yep.
And then it just has your warning that you need. So if you skip it, you gotta look.
On the plus side, Pineapple will be running out of things to check fairly quickly.
Yeah, very much so after And, like, there's really not that much available in here. Oh, I guess there's Shrine. Yeah, there's totally Shrine.
Oh, I hope the Great Fairy Sword can reach that. Probably can. Nope.
Oh, we got Fun Majora. Almost really Fun Majora, too. Don't get hit.
Oh no. He knows the risk, right?
I guess if folks aren't aware, if you get hit during the laser attack as Zora, you get hit by a flame attacker, and so you void and have to redo it the entire fight.
Right from the beginning. No damage dealt. That was so scary. Marco has to know the risk. He's just putting on a show and like does not want to risk any amount of time to do transformation. And there's no mirror shield found on his end, so they couldn't have done anything to speed that up. So it's the faster play. It's anxiety inducing as all hell, but it's the faster play. And they're not even going to single out the remains, which without the cutscene skip, the remains very much attack you. Oh my gosh. He made it.
GG.
GG. Marco won't be popping in for interview, but they are very happy with how things played out, understandably.
He's doing inverted first, so gonna get fire arrows after. No interview for Marco. Okay. Alright. So we'll just watch everybody else finish. Virgil, we're talking about Bebe. Bebe is in no mode, but fire arrows are in uninverted Stone Tower Temple and not inverted Stone Tower Temple.
He might not be in no mode. There's a chance they didn't piece it together.
And I hope so, because that little bit of logic reading is gonna save you so much time if you know it.
Season 3 is a logic reader's rejoice. If you're allergic to whoops. If you're allergic to logic, Season 3 is not for you.
And the funny thing is, I'm not allergic to logic. For me, it's something else.
It's something like an allergy. But you do know how to read logic very well. It's just for very different painful reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, pain could push the well. You're so right, chat. Oh, you'll love it, Revan. Goron is drowned somewhere. This is my favorite place for Goron to ever be. Drowned.
Dear Sarbot, go home, you're drunk. Yeah, that's what I expected. Doing shrine. Anyhow, our wasps are early. We had East Clocktown, Road to Southern Swamp, and Zora Cape. Zora Cape was for the powder keg and the Zora mask. Road to Southern Swamp was a couple's mask on the Tingle that led to a blast mask on the mare, and there was also a captain's hat in East Clocktown.
There were two things in Cape, right?
Yes. Our foolishes, which are the more interesting part of this deed, we had Deku Palace Foolish except for the song, and we had Great Bay Temple and Noah Temple Foolish. Our song in Deku Palace managed to give us Sonata Vanilla, and going into Woodfall Temple, we found lights, as well as on the Blue Warp, given our foolishness, we found Elegy of Emptiness. So, because of the way our hits work, the only possible way for Great Bay Temple and Snowhead Temple to be foolish is for fire arrows to be locked behind Elegy. So, there they were inside Stone Tower Temple, basically a Woth hint. It's basically a fourth wall. Is how you really think about that.
And the light arrows inside Woodfall Temple were not really tied to any of that situation, right?
Not really.
Okay.
They're just like on the way.
Yeah, you just happened to get them and they were very useful for getting your fire arrows, but they aren't a part of all of that foolish reasoning.
Yes.
Getting the light arrows was just good routing.
For Pineapple's sake, you better hope that you don't find a mirror shield.
They
'Cause
are
that's-
finding a mirror shield, absolutely. I mean, I guess the odds aren't that great. When you have 2 temples foolish, it can hold a lot of unuseful stuff.
Mhm.
Pineapple is delivering the pain, but to themselves.
Yeah, you assume go mode in this situation. You know what's gonna be even worse about Pineapple's situation? If you do Fisherman Game now, you're basically gonna lock yourself out of seahorses. But I know you kind of don't want to try to do that.
Hopefully, once they put Fisherman Game on the table, they'll be like, you know what? Now is the time that we do seahorses.
I think that's somewhat doubtful. I'm not
It
sure.
is. There's absolutely an element in routing to like, I've committed to this gamble of skipping seahorses, so I will skip it to the bitter end. Otherwise, what's the point in making the gamble if you won't commit to it?
Mm-hmm. It's starting to really smell like people skip seahorses and just got bitten in the butt. Because if you did skip seahorses, you pretty much win. Like, you pretty much should be done at this point. Like, or getting close to being done.
I think it's more that even with people following the logic as well as Marco did, the execution is just explainable by this gap right now. It's only been 10 minutes.
Got a postman hat and a Keaton mask. Joy.
Oh.
Where are we headed, Pineapple? Oh, okay.
Time to deal with all the bait. Then once you're done dealing with all the bait, you're ready to fish. With the fisherman.
Meaning go to Guyarg and check Fisherman Game?
Correct.
It's so literally it's gonna be what's going on here is literally just whether or not you check seahorses. That's it. That's the only thing Marco did to win. That's it.
Really?
And
Yep.
understanding this foolish logic is the other thing that puts you in no mode here.
Yep, that is also going to be a big time decider. The people
Yeah.
that get the fire arrows thing, so if I was racing, not me, the people that get the fire arrow thing will do well.
Yeah, Picto
They
was
won't
a
do well.
PFI.
They will perform adequately. They won't do well.
Yeah, Picto was indeed in Pirate's Fortress Interior. Yeah, it was like right on the way. Like, hey, go check this thing, and there's your Goron. It's not much else to say about that.
I mean, in the family of randomizers, I would call Majora's Mask a middle child. There's still newer randomizers coming out, but there have also been some randomizer out quite a bit longer, like Zelda 1, Ocarina of Time. Ooh. BG's to Brigo Bash with that second place finish of 2 hours 37 minutes 26
At 26.
seconds.
What is? Oh, I was thinking Marco's stream was frozen already.
Yeah. Yeah, I generally assume it freezes. You froze it on Link the Goron. Yes. Well done. Thank you.
Alright, that's not good.
Oh.
Why is Baby doing checks outside of Stone Tower Temple? That is not looking pretty. That might be being unaware of the logic here.
It's not unheard of. Logic is difficult.
Yeah, this is not aware. This is not being aware. That's really unfortunate. You should absolutely go back to Stone Tower Temple.
What's happening with MPG? Are we waiting inverted for Cafe to come up the
Oh
steps?
gosh, we are. We totally are.
At least on invert. It comes around 4:30. And also, you can just come to Final Night, and Cafe will still be there. Cafe's there until 9 p.m.
Oh, Fierce Steedy was there.
Oh? Wait, it was the purchase item?
Yes. Now, no one was really
Wow.
gonna check that. That's like considering where
Yeah.
Golan was. No.
Even where Deku was, it probably wasn't reasonable.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Wait. Somebody else got the Robody mask. Did they also have Fierce Deity, I hope? Oh, our trackers don't track that. I don't see anybody else with FD.
Yeah, you definitely could have. No magic for stage lights for Pineapple.
Wow.
Sorry.
with a double magic bar too.
I sure hope so. This is something to be aware about. Hi, bro. Oh my goodness, that's a letter mama. Morbid. We got seahorses for Goron today.
I love the energy of forfeiting and coming in here and asking, where the fuck is Goron?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the only one in this case. Pineapple didn't do seahorses either. Funnily enough, I think if you're following the logic, you don't end up with a lot of the trade masks. Camaro and couples you do.
Baby. Fortunately, we're getting checks that aren't Stone Tower Temple or behind Stone Tower Temple from Bebe, and that is not being aware of the logic situation, where you get 2 Dungeon Foolishes and you get Elegy on the Blue Warp, which is a dead giveaway of where fire arrows have to be.
It's specifically because Great Bay Temple and Snowhead Temple were the dungeons chosen to be foolish, and they're both fire arrows locked. To complete them, to get to the oath.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are seeing Pineapple check Tingle picture at least, so maybe we see the seahorses follow.
Gosh, I would be so surprised if we checked seahorses right now.
I mean, the well is about the only thing left for them to push right now, right?
Yeah, that's true. Smithy in the well. Do you really want to do Smithy in the well?
No. You get to this point of the scene, you're like, I have nothing else.
I think it's hard to metagame in MMR. It's like pretty
Especially
dang
season
difficult.
3, like the times varied so drastically. Like, you also have to keep into account like the average time for whoever it is that's doing the finishing, and it's just a lot of meta to balance.
Doing fish. We're gonna get some rupees for if he does want to do it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody routes completely differently. Especially, like, you've got, like, multiple different openers that people do.
And even with like the main openers that exist, everybody varies how they do it.
Pineapple going into this area right here.
The Ocean Spider House for the back chest.
Mm-hmm.
Only to be disappointed in the end. Yeah, it's interesting that Bebe missed fire arrows for this long. But I guess to some extent it comes in as muscle memory. Although for season 3, I wouldn't necessarily say that Russian Stone Tower inverted is a good muscle memory to have. He was definitely going to land on solid ground, but the void out planes don't care.
Yeah, if anybody wonders how void out works, sometimes void out planes, if you are just above them for a certain amount of time, they just void you out outright, even if you were about to hit land.
Oh, I kind of assumed it had something to do with your negative speed. But perhaps time makes sense. Yes, baby.
I could double check that. I'm not entirely certain. Because that's been relevant.
Somewhere?
I mean, I could really just look into it and just double check.
So. How do you isolate those cases apart from each other?
Well, I
guess if you do a freeze Y.
So
yeah, do a freeze Y. That'll do it.
Now we're doing Smithy.
Oh, joy. Which
there
means
we
we're
go.
also doing Letter to Cafe. Means we might see a well push.
Playing the last Sonata, did nobody mark it? You have to have Sonata at this point. Well, yeah, I think Marco's guaranteed 1100 here. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not read the Foolishes or didn't do Seahorses. Oh, absolutely.
That is actually insane. That from like 13 minutes behind, Briegel could have more than 1,000 points.
Oh, Briegel already did 7 apparently.
Oh, this won't even count for them?
Yeah, it's not gonna count.
Oh. We are on Qual 14. It's not unreasonable. By a landslide for sure.
Here, have a bean.
A bean for your troubles, sir?
We had a pineapple. Yeah, almost everybody skips seahorses. It's like, yeah, I guess you can, but it's like the most convenient picto you could possibly think of.
I wonder how much of it is carryover from season 2 thinking. Because I do feel like it was very common to really not want to ever do seahorses under any circumstance. But especially with us having a larger sometimes pool, it doesn't seem worth the risk, especially when you already know what your sometimes are.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew your sometimes extremely early this seed.
Yeah, they were given to you immediately.
It's possible that racers are also behind because of the early stuff with where the bomb bag with blast mask was placed. Probably not affecting them this much though.
Yeah, it's not gonna affect you that much.
Like if you just mindlessly clear the game, you're still going to be fine, even if you don't catch on to the thing I still don't even understand well enough to explain with Goron mask and bomb logic and how the blast mask locked like everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can reiterate that for people who weren't aware. So
You
we had
can.
a...
I'm going to take this chance to disappear. See you shortly.
Okay. Alright. So... Ocean title deed is on the pillar. Interesting. So... Regarding that couples mask waft, it was on the Tingle Snowhead map purchase. And it's waft because it led to a blast match with our Road to Southern Swamp with the hero. The big thing to know about that is really just it. Since it was Road to Southern Swamp, it had to lock going north for that Tingle map purchase. That's the only way that waft can be satisfied. Big chest here. Well, I mean, considering the bomb bag being foolish, that makes sense that it's nothing important. I should have mentioned the fact that there was that foolish bomb bag on Goat, that Mirror Shield chest was a foolish check, but yeah. Oh, and PGB got hit by the keys. You hate to see it. Got hit by the keys to climb a stone tower. You don't like to have that happen. Yeah, if Baby gets third, then that really does mean a bunch of other people just skip seahorses. That's it. Like, that's... Yeah, considering how much other stuff is around, yeah, here we go. This is Fisherman Game. You hate to see it. Gonna have to song a time if you want to get your Goron mask. That's Fisherman Game for Pineapple. It just feels so bad since it was on the way. Like, even the Picto Box was on the way when to doing eggs. It just feels so bad. Or I guess we're doing something else. Oh. I see. He hasn't done gossip yet. Maybe he's gonna be done, but you kind of need to make it night 3, like right now. Unless if you want to wait like 4 extra minutes, you really want to make it night. It's still day 2. Twitch, just call it a day. Happy 3 hours. Hi Virgil, this is 3 hours of a bunch of people skip seahorses and literally just prevented themselves from finishing by skipping seahorses. And in the case of Bebe, not really reading the Stone Tower Temple hint logic. Okay, there's the song of double times. Alright. So I do have stuff to do today. So I'm not sure. how long I can stay, unfortunately. So, I guess the question for Pineapple is, are you gonna end up doing the well too, or no? Like, because that's the other place you can go.
If they're going to stubbornly stay away from seahorses, they gotta go well.
How much do you hate seahorses, pretty much? Like, well,
It
you
really
hate it
is an
enough to,
ideological test.
like, you hate it enough to skip it when it's, like, super easy to route is one thing, and then at this point, are you just gonna continue to put it off until, like, you don't want to play further?
It's also a test of will. How much do
Yeah,
you
like,
wish to full
like,
clear and actually finish this scene?
yeah, like, do you, like, you can hate the check. Like, I also hate the check. It's just on the way. It's, it's like literally on the way. So I'm like, really? Like, I don't understand skipping it in this instance. I really don't.
In Marco's case, I don't think he even had 3 bottles. It was just the 2.
Margot never got the gold dust bottle.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we said he never got the letter to cafe at all, right?
Right.
Which is odd, but worked out.
Mm-hmm. So we don't know where Muir is, Revan. Um,
We can probably reasonably assume that it's going to be in Snowhead Temple or Great Bay Temple, and that we will never see it. But it would be kind of great if it's in the well.
yeah, Mirror really, like, I've already, I've said this before, but I will say it again. So Mirror cannot be
Yeah, he did.
foolish unless if it's locked behind lights or fire arrows. That's it.
So there's a couple candidates in Snowhead Temple for it to be at, and like 1 in Great Bay Temple, or 2, including Georg itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank God that finishing times are restricted between 1100 and 100.
Wait, we've had 2 people drink JP Geig? That's I guess I really don't have much of a comment on that.
I've never played on JP, but I just learned the JP strat collide. That's what I saw and thought was supposed to be done, and I just sort of do it.
I don't think I've learned the JP strat. Maybe having a little bit of trouble with it.
Gurg's hitbox is really weird to conceptualize of where it is, but once you know where it is, it's fairly straightforward.
It's not. I'm not saying it's bad. Like it's unnecessary. Is the thing. Like you don't have to do it on the English version. Like it's necessary if you were to play the Japanese version. Like it to actually because you can't like use the barrier in place on the Japanese version. That's the thing.
Yeah. The English version is just you sort of go up and down, sitting in place with your barrier out. And maybe we're not going to see that happen today.
Alright, so we're certainly seeing
I'm so interested in what Pineapple's plan is here.
me too.
Without Goron voiding, or wait. Yeah, without Goron voiding, this is going to be rough.
Oh, without Goron voiding, I think the route we want to do the first two attacks.
This will be fine, never mind. I didn't notice that they actually made the red valve all the way out to here.
You want to do like do the red turnkeys, get the boss key, like the normal route of things, and then just warp back, and then do the recoil flip from the front to the red turnkey right there in the main room, and then push the other one is what you want to do.
Yeah, I only really paid attention to Pineapple from the soar, so I thought this was from the beginning. But if the red stuff is done beforehand, then this makes perfect sense.
I think Bebe's probably getting third, and it's gonna be like, why did I get third? But
yeah,
if you think about the fact that if Bebe comes in here, we'll just tell Bebe that probably because a bunch of people skip seahorses and are just paying the price for skipping seahorses, and not going back. When seahorses is on the way, it's convenient to route. Like even if you don't like it, if you just do it, you do well in this scene.
245 is going to be the 1,000-point line. It's like if you can do this seed in 245, you got 1,000 points easy. Clearly, the
And I think
7 a.m. Eastern time slot is the place to be if you want points.
Sure is. And then on Qualifier 15, it's going to be at 6 a.m. Eastern, and I'm also doing that one.
Yep. If you want points, come Saturday.
Like people, like there are quite a few people are struggling, like volunteering for these early morning ones. So I'm doing my best because I realized I can do them. Just I gotta get to bed early enough.
My
Okay, we
sleep
got hit.
patterns literally reoriented themselves so that this just feels normal. It's like I saw this one coming and my brain's just like, okay, you're waking up at midnight now. I don't know what else to tell you.
GG. Yeah, that's third place.
GG.
If Baby comes in here for interview, we'll just probably let Baby know about seahorses and the fact that a bunch of people skipped seahorses this seed is the real reason why.
And Bebe didn't immediately follow the fire arrow stuff, right? Or did
Right.
they? I don't remember. Okay, they didn't. We'll explain that a little bit, a little further.
Yep.
For them in particular.
Oh, apparently had a bit of trouble with guy right here. Uh,
Before we hear from Bebe, Bebe has to quote unquote hit the bathroom. I found that mildly amusing and felt the need to share.
and GV's gonna get fires here. For him, really looks like what he needs to do from here is just do eggs and do seahorses, and that's go. Just hasn't done eggs at all.
They probably still have gold dust in their bottle, right?
Yes.
Hopefully they dispose of that. Maybe they'll get their Gibdo mask, but don't go well.
Moral of the story is hashtag love wins.
Reunite the brothers. Always do it. Especially when it's convenient.
And we need one more finisher. Point calculation, I think.
Oh, I thought it was just off the 3 it needed. Maybe for the website to start showing things, though. Rigo getting 1100 unscored points is the highlight of Qual 14 for me.
Now we've had 12 racers today.
2 forfeits, so 10 at the moment. 3 finished.
Now, these early morning ones are kind of tricky to, like, especially if you're living in North America. They're kind of finicky, and in Europe, like, it's on a weekday. Oh,
Yeah.
if you got to work, then you can't really do that. you know.
Probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. For the individual race results for Qual 14, we have Marco and Brigo with 0 points and Bebe with 100.
Oh, sweet. Pineapple, gonna have to wait about a minute here because literally showed up at 4:30 a.m. to do Fisherman game, and yeah, you can't really do that. Gotta wait until 7.
What's his time range again? It's so hard for me.
It's literally. Oh my gosh, let me check. 48 minutes between first and third. Oh man,
Hello.
that's so rough. Hello,
Whoa.
GG.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the scene?
The start was rough, and I got concerned when I found the ball on Tingle because I missed it. But doing seahorses, I felt good because I know a lot of people would skip them, and
You would be right.
Yes, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
yeah, I figured when I saw several people forfeit after Marco finished. I assume they would have last location hits.
I think the only thing about that bow is like, just remember that it's just common like meta for the game for people to do jump slash tingle in North Quad Town, so you definitely can get that within the first minute.
Yeah,
And
I
as
was
long
aware
as
of
you're good
it.
at reading. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying I was aware of it, but the hookshot was still the first projectile, I guess, because it's still out of logic to do it.
Mhm. Correct.
So the only other thing that was good is that the hookshot was still a bit out of the way, I guess.
Mhm.
And I didn't have a lot of check left after that, so. But yeah, I still was feeling not good when I found the bow, but apart from that, it was okay. I wasted a lot of time doing multiple checks, but all in all, I didn't know where the fire arrows were, so.
It looks. I think. Were you aware of the what was implied from Elegy Beyond the Blue Warp song right there?
Wait. Not sure.
You had Great Bay Temple and Snowhead Temple Foolish, and Elegy was on the Warp, the
Oh
O
yeah.
song.
So it meant that it had to be before the other two?
Yeah, it had to be behind Elegy for those Foolish hints to be satisfied.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the catch is the Blue Warp song is multi-location, and because it's multi-location, it can only be Foolish for the other dungeons, if fire arrows were locked behind elegy there, that's the only possible way.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's because Great Bay Temple require fire arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was wondering if you forgot, because otherwise you probably would have gotten those fires a lot faster. Because if you were aware that as soon as you got Elegy and has gotten Lullaby, that was literally no mode.
Yeah.
Once we saw that Elegy was there and that Lullaby was in the ranch, we were in no mode on Restrain.
Yeah, definition. It's still something I need to think about more.
If I okay, other than that, it's something just to be aware of. The logic for the Blue War song is the most complicated. The others aren't as bad.
Yeah,
The
as
Goron was a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't intended, so if you decided to skip it, you're definitely out of luck.
Mm-hmm. No.
But I kind of got, I mean, lucky to find the picker box.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess everyone should have found it.
Yeah, the Picto box was just on the way. So I just feels really bad that people decided to skip seahorses anyway, in my personal opinion. Okay, we have a 4th place finisher. GG's to Crimson, 324.
GG.
And there's Spec getting sniped by Crimson. Alright. So we have 5 people finished now.
Half of the racers are finished now.
Oh gosh, Painful did the thing that really bothers me. Okay. It's I really don't like groupie displacement on day 3 of Playground. Please. Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like the one thing that bothers me the most is seeing that. Alright, well, let's finish. Yep, this is looking like, for at least the other people, probably skipped seahorses and now got seahorses and then was able to finish. I honestly, I'm going to make a guess. Mirror Shield is on chest minigame.
I'm saying Mirror Shield is in the well.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
That's why I want it.
I checked chest minigame. I think it was a small chest.
Yeah,
Oh.
we saw a chess game.
Oh, we did see it? Okay. Then Punch Rock, then? I'm not sure what...
We might not have seen Punch Rock.
What about... Wait, was there a big chest in Graveyard?
I think
No.
so. Keto had a chest.
Keto was a small chest.
It was a small chest. Pineapple might be in the oh no, what did I not do mode.
Pineapple forgot seahorses are real. Yep, that is a forfeit on Pineapple's end.
Marco definitely spanked us this time.
Yeah.
All things considered, I think you did well.
I'm pretty happy.
Although you didn't do well, you did perform
No.
admirably.
I kind of got worried at the end with Gibdor being in logic with Lens and Golmas, but I didn't plan on going there at all.
We were
However, it
worried about
happened.
Gibdo coming into play, but once we saw Goron, I highly doubted it.
Pineapple, what were your thoughts about the well? Also, GG.
Well, come on in.
We do not at this point hear you. They'll be back shortly. Hello again. Did it work this
Hello.
time? There. Nope.
Your mic might not be being picked up. Maybe. Might be something on Discord then. Oh. We'll just wait until...
Welcome to the land of technical difficulties. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, it happens. I've definitely had my fair share of technical difficulties.
Yep. They happen. They are inevitable. You just learn to deal with them quicker and quicker.
Yeah, not being able to talk on Discord can be really annoying. And I've definitely felt this pain before.
You triple check the mic. You sure it's correct? And it's wrong.
Well, thank you guys for the restream.
You're welcome.
Go rest and do something else now. So, have a nice evening, morning, I don't know from where you are. So.
Happy time zone and GG's once more.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya.
Meanwhile, we do got MPGB.
There we go.
There he is. When I try to proceed is exactly when the technical issues solve themselves.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
No worries.
But yeah, kind of another rough restream, but it happens.
It happens.
So can I guess where Goron was?
Go ahead.
I'm guessing it was in Well.
It was not.
No.
Really? Where was
It
it?
was surrounded by water.
Yep. Get
A
a
drowned
reunite-
Goron mask, if you will.
It wasn't the like, was it?
It was not.
No.
What?
You gotta reunite the pair of seahorses to get your
Oh my
Goron
god.
mask. That's what you had to
Oh my god. I had a feeling of that too, but I was like, if that's it, then I don't want to finish.
do. Did you?
Oh my god.
That's the kind of moral stance I like to see.
Well, I mean, the main reason I forfeit is mostly just because I have other races where I've already scored better than this, so
Mhm.
it's just not worth the time and pain.
Yeah.
Wow. Freaking seahorses. I'm assuming unhinted as well.
Absolutely. You had
Yep.
the
Yeah.
sometimes since like immediately in this one.
Yeah. I think I had the hardest time because the hints just were not very helpful.
They were a little more helpful than you might think they were, but they were a little rough in the beginning for sure.
Yeah. Well, because I tried to do all the Zora Cape stuff, but that just gave me Zora and Keg. And then the Road to Southern Swamp was only Blast Mask. Led to Blast Mask, I guess.
And that was a
Yes.
fairly important part of things that I will let
Yeah.
Fox explain.
Oh, sure.
Because of it, the WAF was for that check. It meant that everything was like it meant that you could not go north without it at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that couple's mask locked. It locked not only Zora but locked every
Yeah.
explosive. So
Right. Yeah, because then when I went to Graveyard and found the bomb bag, I was like, yeah, of course. This makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Wow.
But the
But yeah,
biggest hint came from the two foolish dungeons, which I will again hand off to Fox.
You were aware of the foolish dungeon thing, right?
Yeah, that's why I just rushed through GBT.
Or rather the fact that Elegy,
The song.
yes, Elegy was on the blue wharf.
Okay, so that means everything in STT is going to be foolish.
That does not mean everything in SCT is foolish. That means
Okay.
Elegy locks your fire arrow in this scene.
Oh.
100%.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way those foolish hints could have been satisfied, since both post dungeon items and Woodfall Temple were nothing important.
Got it. I mean, I just tried to full clear SCT just, because I had barely anything else to do at that point. I only had really frustrating checks.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I was convinced Goron wasn't well, so that's where I was like, this just isn't worth it. But to know it wasn't on Seahorses is even worse. Man.
I hate the check. Even if you hate it, it literally routed really well in this seed, despite it being...
Yeah.
In this seed may have been the best opportunity to do seahorses. It's right
Yeah.
in Pirate's Fortress. You can just take the picture and go.
I know. I just didn't want to lose so much time on that, especially because I did eggs fairly early with my 2 bottle eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't lose, it's 3 more eels. I think it's when you're doing eggs, it's not as much of a time loss as after. Is the thing.
That's true. And it's definitely not as bad as, if it were like a foolish eggs.
Right.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, man. All right, well, I got to go get breakfast here.
Okay.
But thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye.
Bye. Well, all of that needs to do is do seahorses, but apparently, from what I've told in chat, that Max doesn't like seahorses either. So just like okay, just that you gotta do eggs as well. So it's not as bad as if you're doing it after doing eggs. So you might as well. Like, you might as well do it.
Okay,
Thank you.
so yeah, thanks everyone for this race. We'll raid Max right now, since he's very far from finishing this seed. He has 2 dungeons and eggs to do. Yeah, GG's to all runners on this seed. That was quite a wild one, I guess. And thanks a lot to Fox and Yoshi for commentating this seed. And big thanks to Celeste and Eris for tracking. So yeah, we still have 2 qualifiers, I guess. I think one is on Saturday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, and the last one is on Sunday. So yeah, thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye.
Hey,